Dear students, this is a continuation of our previous video which is on the properties of beta and gamma functions. Now here we have a second property which says that gamma of 1 is equal to 1. It is very simple to prove this property. We shall write the gamma function gamma of n. By the formula we know that the gamma function gamma of n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power negative x to the power n minus 1 dx. Now in this formula let us substitute the value of n to be equal to 1. So put n is equal to 1. So if you put n is equal to 1, we obtain gamma of 1 to be equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power negative x to the power. Now instead of 1 we have to replace it by, instead of n we have to replace it by 1. So x to the power 1 minus 1 dx. But what is x to the power 1 minus 1? It is x power 0. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So this integral becomes integral 0 to infinity e to the power negative x power 0 dx. What is x power 0? It is 1. So therefore this will be equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power negative x dx, because x to the power 0 is 1. Now what is the integral of e to the power negative x? It is negative e to the power negative x. Between the limits, because we have integrated, we have to apply the limits. The lower limit is 0 and the upper limit is infinity, and that is equal to, when you apply the upper limit, we get negative e power negative infinity. So upper limit minus, that is wherever we have x we have to write infinity, that is the upper limit, and then upper limit minus the lower limit. So minus, here we have minus e to the power, at the place of x we have to substitute the lower limit. What is the lower limit? It is 0. So e power negative 0, and that is equal to negative, what is e power negative infinity? It is 0, because it is 1 by e power infinity, and 1 by infinity is 0, and so that will be 0. And this minus multiplied with this minus becomes plus. And then what is e power 0? E power 0 is 1. So therefore 0 plus 1 is 1 only. So that is equal to 1. So therefore gamma of 1 is equal to 1. We have proved the second property. And using this property 2 and property 1, we will be finding the corollary of property 1, which will be property 3. So let us prove that now. Dear students, the third property is gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. Now already from property 1, we observe that gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n multiplied with gamma of n. Now we will be applying this recurrence formula in order to prove that gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. So from the recurrence formula we have that is gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n gamma of n. Now again when we apply the recurrence formula for gamma of n, this will be equal to n multiplied with, so what we have to do, we have to subtract 1 from this. So it will be gamma of n minus 1, that is gamma of n will be equal to n minus 1 into gamma of n minus 1 by using this recurrence formula. That is by using this recurrence formula, gamma of n will be equal to n minus 1 multiplied with gamma of n minus 1. That is, instead of this n plus 1, we are writing it as n. So we will be having this. So instead of gamma of n, we can substitute this here. That is n minus 1 multiplied with gamma of n minus 1. So again this can be written as n multiplied with n minus 1. What is gamma of n minus 1 by using the recurrence formula? It will be n minus 2 gamma of n minus 2. That is, in this recurrence formula, instead of n plus 1, we will be having gamma of n. So gamma of n minus 1. So in that case, it will be gamma of n minus 1 will be n minus 1 multiplied with gamma of n minus 1, and so n minus 2 multiplied with gamma of n minus 2, and so we are replacing gamma of n minus 1 by n minus 2 gamma of n minus 2, and that is equal to, further this can be written as n into n minus 1, n minus 2. And what is gamma of n minus 2 by using the recurrence formula? It will be n minus 3 gamma of n minus 3. So again, if we expand this will be again equal to n multiplied with n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3. What will be gamma of n minus 3? It will be n minus 4 gamma of n minus 4. So this will be keep on going until we get n into n minus 1. So this will be proceeding further until we have n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, etc. And what will be the last term? We know that n is greater than 0. So the first positive integer greater than 0 is 1. So finally it will be 1 multiplied with gamma of 1. So that will be the last term. And so that will be equal to n into n minus 1 multiplied with n minus 2 multiplied with n minus 3 dot, because it keeps on going until 1 multiplied with gamma of 1. But what is gamma of 1? By the second property, we know that gamma of 1 is equal to 1 itself. We have already proved it. So it is here. The second property, gamma of 1 is equal to 1. So using that, this will be, so 1 multiplied with 1 will be 1. So finally, if we see, this is n factorial. So that is equal to n factorial. N factorial can be written like this, or it can also be written like this. So this also represents n factorial only. So it is any type of representation you can use. I will be using this representation. So therefore we have proved that gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. So hence we have proved property 3, which is a corollary for the recurrence relation. The next property is another corollary of the recurrence relation, that is gamma of n plus a. So gamma of n plus any constant can be written as n plus a minus 1, n plus a minus 2, etc. up to a gamma a. So let us prove this. We shall consider the left hand side, that is gamma of n plus a. So gamma of n plus a can be written as, by using the recurrence relation, it can be written as n plus a minus 1 gamma of n plus a minus 1. Now again using the recurrence relation on this function, so this can be written as n plus a minus 1, and this is we have to subtract 1 from this term. So it will be n plus a minus 1 is already there. When we subtract another 1, so minus 1 becomes minus 2. Minus 2 gamma of n plus a minus 2. Now in the next step, we have to apply the recurrence relation for this function. So this will be further equal to n plus a minus 1 multiplied with n plus a minus 2 multiplied with, what is the recurrence relation for this? Subtract 1 from whatever there inside. So n plus a minus 2 minus 1. So it will be n plus a minus 2 minus 1 will be minus 3 multiplied with gamma of n plus a minus 3. So we have to keep on continuing this process until we get n plus a minus 1, n plus a minus 2, n plus a minus 3, etc. It keeps on going until n plus a minus n multiplied with gamma of n plus a minus n. So that will be the last term. But what is this n plus a minus n? N and a minus n gets cancelled and we have only a. So this can be written as n plus a minus 1 multiplied with n plus a minus 2, and it keeps on going until these two gets cancelled and we have a, and in the bracket here this n and this minus n gets cancelled and we have gamma of A. And therefore we have proved property 4. So hope you have understood how to prove these properties. This is one of the significant property in examination point of view. So when this property is asked, first of all you have to prove the recurrence relation property, which is property 1, and after proving that we have to prove this property. Thank you.